Hello, you all. Welcome back to the temple. Today we'll be talking about how to access the many crowns and to unlock, as well as unlock those many crowns, because that is the key to your true soul journey and spiritual completion. Before that, let us start with a meditative section. So, everything began with a sound, a sacred sound. And this sound, within the sound at the very center, is a heart. This heart is key to unlocking the many crowns. From this heart, the sound emerges and begins to create a conscious bubble, or a concept rather, where the first thought, the first universal thought emerges and begins to spiral and spin around like a galaxy or a planetary system. So, when you think in terms of the absolute or the non-existence of all things, there also comes the existence of all things. And from it, in between it, is a sacred sound. This sound would be the throat chakra, or the bridge between the heart and the head. Now, from when the heart delivers knowledge and delivers intelligence and frequencies, most of it is lost when it reaches the head, because when it actually reaches the head, it becomes concrete thought forms and concrete ideas. These ideas are only tiny little minute examples of what one great eternally universal truth may be trying to reveal to us. So, the heart, being the most important center of wisdom and information, loses 99.99% of its potency when it ends up in the head, up in here. But the key to that would be through sound, as we discussed a minute ago. As a matter of fact, sound is the closest thing next to heart wisdom than any other part of us or any other part of the cosmos, because it turns off the head completely. It bypasses conscious thought completely and connects straight to the heart. Now, the heart and the throat are very symbolic. The heart being the green chakra, as you know, at the center of all the others, is also correspondent to Earth, our green planet Earth. And the throat chakra would be corresponding to the skies above Earth, the blue skies. Now, many of the ancients called the skies, they actually called them the heavens, or they called it heaven. Even Mesopotamians, their god Anu was the god of heaven. His name means heavens, but he was also representative of the skies, and Earth, or Gaia, was his mate, his wife. So the connection and relation between the skies and the earth go all the way back to the very beginnings of time. And and also the heart chakra and the throat chakra are very, very, they connect more than any other two chakras in the rest of our bodies. Oh, excuse me. So the throat and the voice and the sound channels greater heart wisdom, greater wisdom from the ineffable than the head could. But the great thing about it is when you tap into that pure heart wisdom, you in turn, using your voice, that is, reflect upon your mind, which is like a key to opening your crowns, your many, many different crowns. So with each activation and realization of this sacred effect, the more crowns you're able to open. From sound alone came consciousness, because sound vibrated upon the waters of the deep, the waters which enclosed the heart like a membrane around a cell, and vibrated deep into their waters, straight to the heart, and produced realization, the first realization of the great I Am, the I Am presence. This I Am presence is key to unlocking a crown. I Am that I Am is, in fact, as a matter of fact, is a crown, and it represents the one universal awareness and universal consciousness that contains all the crown energy within it. So the throat, working together with the heart, is key to this process. And the color is a blue-green turquoise shade, an aquatic shade, if you will. It's the merging of, they would call it the merging of the heavens and the earth. This meeting ground, this place where they merge and cross each other, is where new life and new consciousness is born, and then it reflects upon your mind and unlocks your crown. So the crown, the many crowns, there are in fact many different forms of the crowns that you can unlock, which makes this process a lot more exciting, because not any one is the same. But they all serve as vessels. The crowns and all the names and titles serve as vessels which hold and contain the light. The light, if you view it as a force that is constantly pouring in like water, needs a vessel and a proper crown to contain it, or else it'll just fall away like water does. So the activation of these many crowns is key. Let's get started with the different forms of crowns rather. The Holygrail is one of those crowns, and it's a crown of life, of wisdom. It's a crown of sustenance and vitality and abundance. And that's a great crown to unlock. I also combine it with the Garden of Eden, or the Tree of Life, to help add more potency to it. And to me, the Holy Grail and the Tree of Life and the Garden of Eden are in all fact referring to the same thing. So when you use the sound, or the tree part of the Tree of Life, to pull wisdom from the roots of the tree, which are in your heart, they in turn produce fruits upon your mind, which are like the treetop, the canopy of the tree. So with each new piece of wisdom and truth that you pull from the heart using your voice and your sound, you create new fruits, and your tree of life begins to flourish. This is your Holy Grail. This is your cup, your vessel that holds all the fruits and all the sacred light potencies. What was that other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, I forgot to add before, a few minutes ago, that sound is actually the closest thing to the ineffable than thoughts or anything else. because sounds are right next to symbols. Symbols would be the most abstract form of the ineffable, but sounds would be right next to symbols, pulling some kind of meaning from them, which is still purer than actual concrete thought and thought forms. Another crown would be the crown of Mithras. That's another great one. The crown of Mithras is the crown of pure light and pure truth and illumination. It's a great worthy crown to look into and to meditate upon. Every time you summon the name Mithras, you reflect upon your mind eternal light and very pure, abundant rays. Let's see. Another crown would be Christ. Christ would be a very abundant crown. It's the crown of peace and love and compassion. It's very related to the heart. So the more you use your throat and use the sacred word to pull the wisdom out, the more you get into this Christ crown. The name Christ is not like what you would think, like Jesus Christ or a human being that you're trying to look for. It's rather a crown. It's a crown that you have to activate, which holds much light. Let's see. I had a whole list of crowns and I cannot even think of them. The crown of Brahma is a great one. Crown of true realization of the connectedness of the universe and you and yourself in it, watching itself, observing itself through you. That's a great one. Crown of Brahma is a really wise, really knowledgeable, powerful crown. The crown of Marduk, the ancient Babylonian master king, is a great one. He represents the joining together of the Kundalini energy, serpents Enki and Enlil, and rising up into the land of Babylon, which is up here, unlocking the crown of power. Marduk, highly powerful crown. There's a lot of divine, sacred, feminine crowns, like the crown of Sophia, which, well, she rather is the wisdom itself. The crown of Minerva would be the Roman counterpart of that crown of truth and wisdom. So yeah, there's many crowns. Crown of Kalki, the avatar, who's coming through to us right now. He communicates from the oversoul, the soul above our soul now. That's a really important one. You could even look at it like your best friend, like your long lost childhood best friend that is trying to communicate to you. What was that other one? Crown of Kalki. I literally just forgot what I was trying to say. But yeah, the key is to unlock the many crowns and to try and incorporate them all into one persona. That's you. Oh yeah, the head of the whole hierarchy of crowns and everything is Sanatkumara, the son of Shiva, the most important one. He governs the whole planetary logos and the system and everything. As a matter of fact, Kalki, the avatar coming through, is an emanation of Sanatkumara, born anew. The Sanatkumara would be the ancient of days, the most ancient of ancients, and Kalki would be like a fresh version of him, just born fresh and new and ready to go with this new age that we're getting into. So yeah, so it's very heavily based on intuition. It's not anything your mind can actually perceive or understand. It's something that you have to know. And for me, the most effective way of knowing that which is not known, or intuitive rather, is using sound, using your voice to pull that heart wisdom from the deeps. Because that space between your throat and your heart is the intuitive eye. There's an intuitive eye in there that has no idea what is going on unless you talk with it and talk to your heart and communicate back and forth to open it. And then once you do, then you can see, you actually will have eyes to see the crowns. Like Mithras, I can actually see that crown. It's a very bright crown. Metatron is a really extremely illuminating crown. It's blinding. Like if you're able to see it, it blinds your mind's eye completely. Like the Holygrail, the crown of the virgin wisdom is very life-giving and very abundant. It fills me with vitality every time I look at it. It's like a garden, a vine. Oh yeah, and also the vine from the tree is the voice, is the tongue, the voice, the sound, filled with wisdom. It's Dionysus, the vine, the voice that knows intuitive wisdom. And also one last thing, if you want to have a very potent throat chakra and a very potent intuitive perception, then you'll definitely want to practice Kundalini work and to pull that sexual substance that drops down below, down to our root chakra, pull it up and channel it through your throat to where it becomes this watery, seminal, abundant wisdom. It literally transmutes all that matter and substance and energy into a very life-giving, very wise, intuitively understanding substance. And that substance, the more you tap into it, the more you transmute it, the more you can grow your tree, your abundant tree, and unlock more crowns. The word itself, created consciousness, because it pulled from that dark space of unknowing and created a concept. Consciousness are the same things. Concepts are the idea that goes around itself. So if you think as above, so below, concepts and consciousness is like a black hole in space, and all the concrete ideas and thought forms that come from it are the ones that revolve around it and encircle it. But they are also the corruptible, and they too will perish eventually. They all have an expiration date eventually. But the concept or the consciousness itself does not, for it exists in its own awareness. Just like I am that I am, there shall be no other gods before me. And Sanatkumara is that true awareness, that true sense of the universe observing itself, which creates concepts and consciousness. And the best way, the most effective way to do it would be to use sound, sacred sounds. So to close, I'll do one last magical sound to try and unlock people's crowns. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Try and like and subscribe if you wish, and have a great day.